I didn't do a whole lot else but watch The West Wing. There are 7 seasons. That show's ridiculous. You should watch it. I know so much about our country from The West Wing now. I was dumb before, but now I'm smart. So it spawned this story when I was finishing that up, The Western Wing. Excuse me though, this is a private event. This is a very important dinner party. Thanks for that, Jan. All the most important people are here. This guy. That lady. This duck. They have each paid $1,000 US to see this man address the audience. He is the President of the United States of America. But just as the President is about to speak, the head of the Secret Service says, "Excuse me, Mr. President." And he whispers into the President's ear. The President says, "I apologize, ladies and gentlemen, but please excuse me." Everyone stands as the President is rushed away. Try to pick which car is his. This is the White House. It contains the Oval Office. Everyone stands as the President enters the Oval Office for a very important meeting to discuss matters of national security with his trusted advisors. They have prepared many charts and graphs and are eager for the President's perspective. But just as the Deputy Chief of Staff begins to speak, the Chief of Staff enters and says, "Excuse me, Mr. President." And he whispers in the President's ear. The President says, "I'm very sorry." Please excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. And everyone stands as the President makes his way to the war room. This is the war room. In it are generals, super generals, mega generals, and the staff. The staff has the highest security clearance of anyone. Save the President. The President enters and everyone stands. The country is at high alert. Matters have escalated between countries we have secret interests in. The President is tasked with giving the order on whether or not to push this button. The people breathe nervously. The button looms. The President decides. But just then, before he can get the order, there's a honk at the door. "Excuse me, Mr. President." I'm very sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Please excuse me a moment. The President stands in his residence. Before long, he notices himself in the mirror. He says to himself, "Excuse me, Mr. President." The President then whispers into the President's ear. The ear was carved from an Indian rosewood, and from Indian rosewood, and was a gift to a president, and someday it will belong to the next president. Deep below the White House, the president excuses himself, but there is no one to stand. There's a tiny secret room, only large enough for the president to sit huddled in. And in the darkness, on the brink of war, the president considers releasing a tiny chemical weapon. I'm very sorry, ladies and gentlemen, he says, to no one in particular. Except the study. Mr. Sophia Foster-Dimino, ladies and gentlemen. The Comfort Inn, Monterey. The Four Seasons, San Francisco. The Marriott. Bell rings and I open my eyes and I remember I'm at the beach. It is a cold and windy morning before anyone but health nuts and dog bouncers have arrived. And since I'm wearing a good suit and can't get it creased before the appointment, I soon power the and this microphone. Decide to inspect the other things of interest. We're going to try jiggling, ladies and gentlemen. It's an old technique. Good one? Yeah, that's a good one. How's that? Yeah? 7 4. This Channing has a new job. I soon tired of standing and looking at the ocean and decided to inspect the only other things of interest here. The sign looms large over the mess where the pavement becomes sand. It is weathered and mottled, but it clearly states in large letters, "Riptide warning. People have drowned here." I thought that was kind of a beach bummer. But I concluded it was a necessary bummer. It helped save lives. Just to the right of the sign was a slightly smaller sign, which despite its, is a slightly smaller sign, but with just its ominous lettering. Warning, people have been bummed out here. 10 minutes later, I have reached the smallest sign to the furthest right, which despite its tiny size still tried to appear as ominous as its big brothers, stating, "Warning, a guy once lost his keys somewhere around here." My limousine driver, whom I have done my best to remember his name, but answers reluctantly, but professionally just as well too, limo driver, reminds me it is time for my appointment. I lay down in the middle of the stretch limo on the way there to minimize the creasing of the good suit. I close my eyes and imagine the interlocking geometric shapes and general swirling pattern of the lobby carpet of Sacramento's, California's Marriott Hotel. The image is soft and comforting, and I am almost asleep when the limo driver alerts me that we have arrived at my appointment. He holds the door open for me, and I take my time adjusting my tie its worth of previous expressions from my face. A little bell rings as I enter the main office of the Packet Public Storage. There's no one at the counter, so I have a minute to further compose myself before a little man appears. He's not the usual attendant, but that is okay. I am satisfied when I watch him glance to the window at my limo driver, standing professionally, but bristling, just outside of my ridiculous car. I show no sign of it in my face. He asks me how he can help me, and I tell him slowly and assuredly in as few words as possible that I'm here to pay the balance on Unit 1058. I try my best to exude restrained impatience in my eyes, but I have neglected to remove my sunglasses, so the effort is lost. A strategic extra second to the duration of my exhale helps get the message across. He cautiously asks if I'm the owner of the unit, and I reward his inquiry with a caustic. That was actually what I did. He has finally located the account in his computer, and with a furrowed brow, his eyes wary of my limousine, tells me the balance with all the late fees is $600. Without a word, I put my card on the counter. As he's swiping the card, he mentions that they've been trying to reach the owner of the unit to no avail. The last few weeks have gone by, and if I hadn't arrived, they would have had to take further action. I say nothing as I sign the receipt. But just as I'm heading out the door, he asks nervously if the owner plans on actually moving anything into the storage unit at some point. The time I take to respond, yes, it's some of my best work. Limo driver asks if there's anywhere else that I'd like to go today. And I almost asked to go to Sacramento, but I know that isn't possible. The apartment is only around the corner from the Packet Storage, so I tip him the last 20 I have. I tell him I'm just going to walk back. Again next month, he asks. I really don't know, I say. There is a billboard outside the apartment. It was once a picture of a woman from a bygone era looking into a makeup mirror selling some kind of cream, but the poster has been deteriorating over time. I take a picture of it with my phone. Examining the last picture in this documentary series, I discover at last the cream is for some kind of joint pain. I pause for a moment just outside of Nellie's door and put on my biggest smile before swimming in. Guess what day it is, I exclaim. Nellie is not happy. I can tell by the subtle way her eye twitches and the colors she's chosen to wear. Oh, also the amount of yelling and cursing she's doing. Time capsule day, I say. I make my way to the backyard, Nellie close behind me. She's saying more things loudly, but I'm too focused on digging the time capsule from the ground. What wisdom could we learn from the past, I wonder aloud? What links to previous heritage could be unearthed? The only past she wants to know about is what I've done with the rent money for the past few months. I open the box and dump out a pair of keys. Nellie's not excited by the direct link to history, nor unearth any clues to her heritage, but she is furious that I buried her car keys in the backyard last night. She kicks me out. I walk back to Packet Storage and retrieve my key. The attendant eyes me suspiciously from the counter as I make my way to Unit 1058. I open the unit. It is cold and damp and very empty. I put my phone inside the empty time capsule and place it into the middle of the unit. I shut the light and I lock the door. I try to think of how to get to the Marriott in Sacramento to further study the secrets and the patterns of its hotel carpets. And instead, I try to head towards the beach. The way back is not coming back to me from muscle memory. nor is it ringing any bells. Thank you. I will be reading out the thank you, Sophia Foster-Dimino, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for holding the microphone together. Our last reader tonight is Justin Hall. Given us for the work going to be also at Zine Fest. He will be one of our special guests speaking on Saturday. Come on. He's a very tall guy. Just give a long hand for Justin Hall.
I think I can actually project from the diaphragm. Can you all hear me? All right. Yeah. I'm not doing that. So, any children in the audience? As you can tell by my mustache, I'm not an all ages. So, emotionally immature people. All right. I'm going to start off with, I just did a story for Henry and Glenn Forever, which is a zine. It's a ridiculous zine. Comic that postulates a kind of a relationship between Henry Rollins and Glenn Danzig. We're not supposed to say Rollins and Danzig, they're only Henry and Glenn. And they have their neighbors who you'll probably recognize for Satanists. So, yeah, it was fun. It was fun. All right, so I'm going to start with that. Warnings for hearing. What am I supposed to do here? Great. Alright, what do I do? Yeah, right, exactly. Oh, sure, it's nice. Alright, so Henry and Glenn in Going to Gades. Daryl, John, you have to help me. Henry swallowed his microphone during a spoken word performance and he's not breathing. Glenn, Glenn, it's too late. Henry's gone. No! My one true love. You two are masters of the dark arts. I'm going to save them. Well, there is a way. It's very dangerous. Anything, I'll do anything. One day and one blood sacrifice of a boy band later. We are ready. Ordle, offye, ethe, ege, underye, ordle, orldway, openye, hourye, arcday, inkders. Wow, cool. Listen to me, Glenn. To rescue your love, you must descend into Gades, the afterworld for those of our kind. There you must charm the Lord of the Realm with your music, to convince him to release Henry's spirit, so he can return with you to the waking world. And you must do it in this house. Even for me, this is a little skimpy. The creatures of Gades are very, very shallow. You're going to have to show a lot more skin if you want to make it through this thing. If I must bear my manly form to save my beloved, then so be it. Okay. Alright, let's see if I can blow this one up. Alright. There are perils that await you in Gades, Glen. First, you must brave the bare stairs. The furry folk catch you in their bear hugs. They will never let you go. Kitties. It's a gust of birds. Then you must cross the cabin of catty drag queens. Hear their shade and fierce readings. Girl, who cut your hair? Lizzie Borden? Here's rock and roll as a Brody with his balls snapped. Bitch, I got a blade in my wig, so there's sachet away. Of course, then there's the dungeon of the leather daddies, where there is no safe word. You want to have me nipple play? PMP? Daddy needs you to beat on his balls. You've been a bad boy. Daddy's going to give you a spanking. If you make it past these perils, you'll come to the final hurdle, the river Styx, where you must pay the ferrymaster to cross. Are you Sharon, the ferryman? It's just Shar, sweetie. You're still alive. What are you doing in the underworld? Actually, I died years ago, but my cutting-edge plastic surgery achieved artificial intelligence and is now animating my corpse. Wow, I had no idea. I thought your voice sounded kind of weird these days. Yeah, no one seems to notice. So, you want to cross the river? I do. And I can offer a song in exchange for passage. No, Lord, please. I've heard your music and I'd rather listen to a cat being neutered, no offense. Look, I'll just take you across because I really don't have anything else to do with my time. You know, I've really written some very beautiful ballads. Here you are, sweetie, the land of the Lord of Gades. But where is he? Don't worry, he'll find you. He likes to make an entrance. And careful of Sarah bitch, she bites. Do I see a little silhouette of a man? Freddie, you're, yes, thunderbolt and lightning. Very, very frightening. I am indeed the queen of Gades. Yep. Now, why have you come and disrupted my revelries? To rescue your precious Henry? You see, I've grown quite accustomed to having him around. I'll sing for you. I'll melt your heart with a song and you'll let him go. You can certainly try, darling. But you need to sing me a Broadway show tune. What? No, I'm not that kind of gay. I'm hardcore. Oh, really? I know you sing along to Barbara's Broadway album when you think no one can hear your face wet with tears. But no buts. That's the only way you'll walk out of your Henry spirit. A show tune. And none of this rock opera shit. I want a classic. Fine, I'll do it. No, I'm not going to sing this for you, so just don't even try. I can't tell you why, there ain't no reason why I should love that man. It must be something that the angels done plan. Fish gotta swim, birds gotta fly. I got to love one man till I die. Can't help loving that man of mine. Delicious. I'm surprised. You're no Lena Horne or Billie Holiday, but maybe you got a little soul in you, sister. Okay, you both can go. But on one condition, Henry's shape will walk behind you on the long climb to the surface. And you can never look back. Even one glance and he will be lost to you forever. No problem. And it's a long way back from hell. Glenn, you're back. You brought Henry with you. Oh, Henry, you look stunning in a ball gag. But how? I mean, every other time this has happened, the hero looks back, and then, ha! Not a problem for me. Glenn never looks back. That night, Henry, what's wrong? Nothing, my love. It's just not easy jumping back into everything after my time in Gades. How am I ever going to get it up with him again after seeing him sing that Nelly show tune? Now, Freddie, on the other hand, he's such a stud. He made me feel like a real devil's plaything. All right, so for my next dip, I just did this memoir called My Life in 26 Letters, an Abecedarian Memoir. Abecedarian is actually an awesome word. That means anything, a text related to the alphabet. So I would normally associate with children's books, not so much in my case. So I'm just gonna, I have different letters, and I do kind of illustrated manuscript style of the letters. So I'm gonna have a couple, just a few letters. So if someone in the audience wants to hear a letter, you'll get what you get. So give me a letter, someone.
J.
J. I heard a J. All right. So let's see. All right, J. All right, here it is. Justin. It's Justin, I said through the keyhole. There was no response. It was the end of the school year, and my boyfriend Paul had locked himself in his room for several days. His campus apartment mates left food in front of the door for him, which he would grab when no one else was around. And I'm assuming he dashed the bathroom then as well. Or maybe he was shitting in a trash can or something. Since you aren't answering or letting me in, I'm assuming we're breaking up. I finally walked away. He snuck out that night before the campus closed down, and I found out later, hitchhiked to the Greyhound bus terminal, popped a few tabs of acid, and boarded a 3-day bus to San Francisco. He spent the entire trip awake, talking to each and every person seat by seat, trying to get their life stories, and find out why they were all there on the bus with him. I finally got that story when I ran into him 15 years later at the New York Eagle. The story filled in some gaps for me that I'd always wondered about, but also confirmed my suspicion. I used to date some insane fucking men. Another letter.
S.
S. Alright. This is a beautiful one. It's a nice one. All right, sitting. Nice is good. Sitting above Fez, searching for some insight. Cross-legged, arms loose on my knees, my breath finally slow again after the hike up the desert hillside. The Medina sprawled out beneath me, a 12th century marvel of urban planning, so beautiful in the abstract and so dense and difficult when close up. All the people, all the incessant noise, all the endless scams. I got ripped off again that day badly. Why was I in Morocco? People here saw me as a walking wallet, grab me and shake me, and American dollars would come spilling out. I needed to get outside of the monetary system. After all, I didn't want to buy things here, not really. I wanted to experience new cultures, learn new languages, meet new people. That was why I was traveling, not to collect trinkets. I made a vow to myself then to buy nothing except for food, lodging, and transportation for the next several months. At that moment, a gang of street urchins came running up the hillside to me. One young boy handed me a small decorated mirror. I stood up, surprised at having my vow tested so soon, and told him I wasn't buying anything. No, he said with an open face. C'est un cadeau. It's a gift. All right, one more, come on.
C.
C. The C is pretty good too, though. It's a little racy too. All right. Zippers unzipped, Nash and I pulled out our cocks at the San Francisco Eagle Tavern's trough urinal, smiling at each other as we crossed streams. We had met at the urinal many years ago, and it's held a romantic association for us ever since. 14 years, actually, 14 years. The barflies were sporting an unusual sartorial theme for an October weekend. They were all wearing disreputable Santa or elf costumes. Curious, we sidled up to a group of Santas clustered around a gaggle of elves in the center of the patio and discovered that the Santas were pissing on the elves. Nash pointed to a poster on the wall nearby which read, "Santa Pee Party." A wet elf came up to us. I have a question for you guys. You see my friend in the wheelchair over here? He pointed out a man with a hesitant smile and an elfin hat. He's paraplegic and would really love it if you would piano, both piano. We looked at each other. Of course we will, I said. The problem is that we both just took a piss, but don't worry, we're drinking now, and we should be fully hydrated soon. Nash raised his glass to the elf in the wheelchair, his face lit up. Hours later, we were at another bar when I struck my palm to my head. Oh my God, sweetie, we forgot to be in the paraplegic. Thank you.
Justin Hall, ladies and gentlemen.
Justin's edited a book called No Straight Lines. It was winner of the Lambda Literary Foundation Award. He was also nominated for an Eisner for his work on that. So congratulations, Justin Hall. We're very excited to have him Saturday at Zine Fest this weekend. So thank you everyone for coming out to Thinking Captions 2013. This is the official open of San Francisco Zine Fest. Thank you to the Cartoon Art Museum. Thank you to all of our volunteers that are helping not only tonight but also throughout the Zine Fest, as well as the Sean and Liz and everyone associated with the Zine Fest. It's been a really fantastic time working with you this year, and I'm very excited to see the actual Zine Fest come to fruition this weekend. But thanks to every single one of our exhibitors tonight. First, Emily Alden Foster, Sophia Foster-Dimino, we have two Fosters tonight, Roman Muradov, myself, Ric Carrasquillo, and Justin Hall. Again, thanks to each and every one of you for supporting these artists and the facility that is the Cartoon Art Museum, as well as coming out to San Francisco Zine Fest. I promise it's going to be our best year ever.
Yeah.
So we are also meeting up, I think, at local edition on 2nd and Market if everybody wants to come out and hang out and drink with anybody else. But thanks so much for coming, and we will see you this weekend.